Well, Anneke Green is a Republican commentator and former speechwriter for George W. Bush during his time at the White House. Delighted to say she joins us now from Washington. Thank you very much for talking to us on BBC Breakfast, Anneke. Was this the new president reaching out, do you think?
Yes, it absolutely was, and I can say this is definitely the best speech that he's given, definitely as president, if not since he embarked in political life. And his supporters are very happy tonight.
What do you think he was trying to achieve in this speech? Because it's not really the sort of speech where you give intimate detail of policies. It's meant to be a bit more of a broad brush, isn't it? Did he do that?
He was broad on most things. It was interesting. He did go into more detail on repealing Obamacare and the principles that he wanted to see Congress honor in those efforts. Republicans have said that they will repeal and replace it, but they're in a bit of a tricky situation in that some of the program details now are popular with people, particularly the ability to purchase insurance if you have a pre-existing condition, which previously was not guaranteed.
He does have a number of vocal opponents. I'm sure you're more than aware, and there was those who weren't happy with what he was saying made that quite clear during the speech. Do you think that some of what he said will it appease any of those, or will they just not go along with anything that comes out of Donald Trump's mouth?
Well, this type of speech is very interesting because he's addressing Congress and he's addressing people who are on his side and then people who need more persuading within his own party, as well as Democrats, most of whom are going to be vociferously opposing him. So keeping that in mind as his first audience, you'll see the theater play out in some of the clips. He says something, some Republicans stand up and cheer, Democrats, some of them are just sitting there very stony-faced no matter what he's saying. There were some moments that were very innocuous and bipartisan that anybody could have stood up and cheered for and clapped, and there were people on the Democratic side who wouldn't even give him that much. So yes, his supporters are very happy, and I think that he accomplished what he was trying to do, which was show that he has thoughts about some of the key legislative pieces that the Republicans want to bring forward in the next coming days.
Anneke, some analysis is saying that he was intimating he might have softened his stance on immigration. Did you spot that yourself?
I didn't see him softening his stance on immigration. In fact, he announced the creation of an office, a new office in the government, to highlight the victims of crimes by illegal immigrants in the United States. And so that, I think, is something to show that he is still very serious about that. And it did come out of a meeting, I think this is what you're referring to, that he could be open to comprehensive immigration reform, which would possibly include a path to legalization for people already here if they haven't committed crimes, but he's not pursuing that right now.
Anneke, thank you very much for talking to us. That's Anneke Green, and later on in the programme we'll be speaking to Professor Scott Lucas as well to get his take on Donald Trump's first significant speech to Congress.
I want to show you something really beautiful.
Oh, go on then.
Have a look at this. Look at that.
You're right, that is beautiful. The Bonnie Banks.
It's the Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond. We're going to be there later because they're considering putting